Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Empyrean Ultimate Iron Man. Well, where are we? Well, let's see. I have spent the better part of, I'd say about 12, 14 hours or so exploring the world, uncovering, looting, destroying, capturing. You can see I've taken out a couple of these unknown artifacts. There was another one up here someplace. Over here someplace. There's one. I mined a couple Promethium deposits, so you can see there's a few others still kicking around. I found a couple of crashed wreckages that I looted. One just broke my heart. It was a crashed CV of some sort, and it had almost 30 thrusters on it. I pulled off about, I don't know, pulled one thruster off, and the entire top half of the ship exploded into pieces all over the place, and I lost most of the thrusters. I was quite seriously upset. Satellite wreck, I went and I just mined that. Large destroyed farm, same thing. There's another wreckage. I can't even remember what that one was. Most of them I just went and I just looted and pillaged and moved on. Crashed DSE front. It was another one that had some good ship parts on it. These unknown artifacts that I found, both of them had some good stuff. I found another fortress. There's one up in the North Pole, and there's one down in the South Pole here somewhere. So I might do those on a future episode. It's been a long while since I've done a fortress. Actually, I haven't done one since 7. So it's no, since version 6. Yeah, since version 6 dropped, I haven't done a fortress. So they've probably, they have changed a lot. There was one other POI. There was a couple of POIs that I was going to take out. It was an outpost, a comm center, and a spaceport all hanging around the drone base. I might take that cluster out later. Another advanced spaceport. There's 2 or 3 advanced spaceports on this planet that need my attention. But yeah, the drone. There's the drone factory, the abandoned factory. Those 2 are both targets that I want to knock out as well. So, I still got lots to clean off on the planet. There's still some stuff on the moon too. I haven't even started. I just went and got some resources off the moon and come back. But I'm out of time. I don't have time to do anything else. I have to deal with this issue. So today, right now, I'm going to start this. It's probably going to end up being a 2 or 3 part episode, so I'm probably going to upload all of them for Tuesday or Wednesday. It's Monday today, so it's going to be either tomorrow or the next day, and there's going to be a whole whack of them. I'm just going to shove more than one video up, and I'll just set them so that they go off one after the other kind of thing. I'm going to try and keep them short. I don't like to have videos that going over 25 minutes, so 45-minute videos really bother me. So if they cut at 25 minutes, well, that's all it is. But what else have we done? I did some modifications to the flying wreck here. As you can see, I took the existing cockpit off and I stubbed it up. Yes, I made it stubby and ugly, but that's me. I'm not all that too creative when it comes to doing it. But I also added a second cockpit. I put a combat cockpit up on the top. This one's for flying around the planet. But because this cockpit is further forward than this one, hopefully they will target this first. or they'll target the weapons first. I'd rather see the weapons get shot out. You'll also notice that I put in a pair of needle guns. That's right. I found another needle gun. So in addition to the one that came with this ship, I found a second one. I have room here for 2 more if I can find them. But I can make some ammo. So I made some ammo for those on the ship. This thing, all the looting that I did, and I've got myself a ton of capital ship parts, including 3 of the extra large thrusters, 1 of the large, tons of the medium-sized thrusters, a warp drive but not a warp tank, a whole whack of advanced constructors, furnaces, repair bays, gravity generators, all that other garbage that, you know, like how many repair bays do you need? Tier 2 repair bays? Like I don't even use the tier 2 repair bays because I don't like the way they work. If they work, when they work, occasionally. You know, more advanced constructors and that kind of thing. I also picked up a lot of garbage boosts. I picked up some spare parts for my hover vessels and small vessels. So we're going to turn this CV off because there's no point in leaving it on. We'll jump down here. I picked up a couple of multi-turrets and some tier 2 laser drills. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to slap together a little hover vessel. Nothing fancy, but it's going to be basically for scavenging. It's going to put one of those scavengers on there and a whack of cargo boxes and basically just go around and scavenge with that. Especially some of those POIs that I've knocked out. I also have the 6 of the tier 2 drills, which I believe is your maximum amount placeable. So I'm probably going to make a little driller HV at some point. I've got 3 of the pulse lasers. I don't really particularly like the pulse lasers because the pulse lasers and the plasmas and the needle gun ammo is very expensive. Also, pulse lasers, yeah, they're affected by atmosphere density, which if they didn't do that and they kept the laser functioning like all lasers function and had no atmosphere interference, then these would really be a good thing because of the range on them would be ridiculous. Same with the plasmas, but they're not. So, whatever. I'll make use with them. I'd probably use them, but I've never been too fond of them because the damage from them is not that great. What else? Well, I picked up, yes, 26 auto miner cores. I mentioned this to somebody else previously. These things are useless. And they says, oh, you can use them. I'm like, no. The amount of energy it takes to use, even a tier 3 auto miner, the amount of energy it uses to mine the resources and the time it takes to mine that resource with one of these things doesn't make it worthwhile. You can mine it with a tier 1 drill faster and for less fuel. So, yeah. Heavy armor. I found 1 heavy armor. I also found an armor boost. So these are things I am going to be putting to use. And believe it or not, yes, there is some enhanced weapons, the epic weapons. I found a laser rifle and a shotgun. I have also found some pulse weapons, tier 2 assault rifles. I had the minigun, or an enhanced assault rifle. So I've got a decent assault rifle, a decent shotgun, I've still got the minigun for, clearing a room. I got a spare minigun for clearing rooms. Laser rifles, again, yeah, not too fond of them. I need to make up a little bit more explosives. I got 15 of them, but we'll see what that can do us. So we're going to put this in here. And we will hit F6, turn on our markers. And I'll bring up my B menu here real quick. As you can see, level 16, no deaths. That's right, still undead. I do have to remember that I need to go and get some food happening, but that's okay. I'll take these vegetable stuff as well. And I have pretty much completely packed up everything I had around this base. I picked up all of my water generators, all of my portable constructors, all my oxygen generators, the whole lot. I will be doing some modifications to the flying, the battle cruiser here. One of the things I do want to do is put some landing places on, because I want to put these in, and I'm still thinking I might bring in, I'm thinking of bringing in the shuttle, which is one of my favorite craft. But this thing serves pretty much the same purpose as the shuttle, except as well this has the warp tank on it. So yeah, we'll see. I'm still not too 100% happy with this vessel, but it does the trick. So if I can get on board, I have, as I said, I have added a few things to it. Air controlled room is one of them. Come on. I can launch a drone from in here. I can seal this off. This seals this room. And I can access the upper cockpit from here, or the front cockpit from there. And then this room is also sealed. So in the event of combat, I can close this room right off and use the upper cockpit, which is what I'm probably going to do for flying. I do have a good supply of ammunition, so we should be good for a while. But the battle cockpit on the top here gives you a good, it's a good open view. So let's turn this puppy on, fire on our parking brakes. And we'll get moving. Whoops. Let's get our view recentered. Okay, so our objective is to take out the power station. There are 5 POIs around the power station that I have to take out. So I'm going to end up doing is basically every dirty trick I can think of is going to have to be used. And yes, you're going to see me do something I never do. And that's change my field of view down to 40. A lot of guys do it. It's one of those things that I've always felt was kind of, cheaty, but whatever. It's a game mechanic you can do. It'd be no different than having an enhanced cockpit or enhanced vision sensor on your visor, which would be realistic. these are things that happen or would happen, particularly in a space type combat. Because if you honestly think you can see another ship flying around in space, well, bad news for you. If you can see it, you're way too close. Okay, I'm just going to pick it up when I get within range here. Okay, we are now under a kilometer away from the power station. As you can see, I am just facing the first of the defenses, and it looks like this is mostly all in this one here is in forested area. What I'm thinking I might do is come around from behind, drop down into the lake area, and then come up from behind and see if I can take out that comm center and maybe that defense first. So that's going to be the first thing we're going to do. So we're going to cut south and we'll pick it up. Now, as you can see, I have put on the waypoints of the two closest targets. Unfortunately, this also means that I'm getting a lot of extra ground clutter on my view. So we're going to change our view, and now I'm going to do something I don't normally do, but I'm going to change my field of view from the default of 60 down to the 40. I'm also using the rail guns, which have a maximum range of 399 meters. And I'm going to creep, poke, and snipe. Not sure where the weapons are on this thing, but I think that's a gun there. Oh, that's a gun there, all right. Okay. It's got range on me by just a couple of meters. Oh, come on, slide over. I might have to actually go back to keyboard and mouse here. Let's get down right tight to the ground. Trying to get in close and underneath it. I can use some ground clutter. Of course, just to make things worse, it's got to rain. Come on, hit that darn thing. Oh my goodness, you've got so much crap. Really getting to begin to bust my nuts here a bit. let's try. See if we can get over top of it and snipe it down. Problem is there's 4 or 5 weapons on this POI. And getting within range of one of them is tricky. Gonna go through lots of bullets. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, I think I got 3 of the guns off. Rockets are 305 meters. Oh, I can't get close enough with rockets for sure. Okay, let's get away from that. Let's check our damages. We're getting way too much pounded on. The frame rate drop with the rain and the forest is not going to help one bit. Okay, so we're going to level off here. And we're going to bring it down just a tiny bit until we hit the ground. Of course, we're just probably landing in the middle of the ocean. Yes, we are. Now, as you can see, the sacrificial cockpit on the front has already taken a couple punches on the nose, lost the front windows. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Okay. 323 meters range on the rockets. 399 on the needle guns. Darn it, quit. How am I going to get a beat on this thing if I can't get within range? All right. That's the advanced comm center slightly neutralized. As you can hear, I've got ground forces shooting at me, which is going to be the next hassle. The power station itself is shooting at me. We have to go and start focusing on Epsilon Defense number 2. You know, it's a proven fact that moving in your chair will help you fly better in your game, right? I'm basically firing into the bushes at wherever the guns are coming from. I have no idea if I'm hitting anything. No idea if I've heard anything. I still can't see a blessed bloody thing, and the rain and the tree lag, and now we're getting into daybreak. So now I got to take off night vision, and I'm going to have to park until daybreak has come up because I can't see SFA, and I'm not going to do that kind of combat. So I'm going to move over by this shoreline here and see if I can land. Okay. Unfortunately, it always seems to jump you out of the cockpit facing upwards and on the top. So using the upper cockpit is kind of dangerous for that reason. But no big deal. Get in the blessed bloody effing thing. Crying out loud. So let's have a look-see here. We have gained ourselves a whole new perspective on life and lost most of our... Oops, you're not supposed to take off. You're supposed to repair.